Hi guys, is this live? Is this live? This is so new. Whatever the. Am I live? This is so funny. This is a brand new way of going live, and this is the first time I've ever seen it like this. So I'm going live from um, my desktop computer, so it looks completely different. Huh. So, anywho, uh, today I used to do Teamy Training Tuesday with you guys. And I really liked doing that because I know you guys looked forward to it. But what I'm doing now, the thing is, what works in this business is what works, and that's it. I'm not going to come with a new topic every single time because I have videos on this page or on my YouTube, or there's videos on YouTube of other leaders, other consultants, the sense, the workstation, where everything that I'm talking about has already been covered. And if I feel like it's outdated information, then yes, I will like make a new video or whatever it is. But if you need help with something in your business, um, you know, you just have to look for the information. Okay. So before you message me or before you message your director, make sure that you're looking for the information because there's already a video made. The workstation is fully locked and loaded with information for you to help you. If you were to have no sponsor, no director, it's all there. But today, I want to talk to you guys about the three legs of success. And I am going to upload an image for you, and I want you to print it out. I want you to print it out. I want you to keep it handy and keep it where you keep all of your business materials. I have, I shared some files with you guys last week from Jennifer Anderson, who is your upline SSD, and she had a lot of different documents to help you organize your business and to keep it in one place. Okay? So that is what I'm doing. All right? But number one, I have my compensation plan right here. It's glued to the inside. It's glued. You need to know this. You want to know why? Because you're not a volunteer. And you need to know what you're getting paid and who you're getting paid from and how much, and where you are and where you're going. And if you don't know that, and if you haven't taken the initiative to look at that, then you guys, there's issues of not having the information, and then there's issues of just uh, not being motivated to get it. Okay? Like if the information isn't there, that's one thing. But if it is there and you're not looking for the information, that's completely separate. Okay? So this is available and keep this handy. You want to know what your rank is, what your title is, are you getting paid at title, and, what is your promotion? What do you need to promote to the next level? Okay? So there's that. But what I want to go over with you, there's so many new people here, and I'm so excited. But I want you guys to feel like you have clarity, you have direction, because I took a poll recently, and I asked you guys, what do you feel like you need the most help in your business? Where do you feel like you're struggling? And I'll tell you, um, there was a lot of consultants talking about they don't know how to get sales. And some of these consultants have been with Sensi for over a year, over 2 years. And I have to be honest and tell you that at this point, okay, it's not an issue of you not knowing how. It's an issue of you not looking for the information yourself, of you not implementing the information and putting it into action. Because I can tell you that the information is available to you. Okay? So if you don't know how to get sales at this point, then you have to take a step back and look at yourself. And I don't say that to be ugly. Um, I want you guys to trust me. I want you to trust me and I want you to respect me. We don't, of course, I want to be your friend. Absolutely. But the, we all have different personalities. We all have different love languages. We all have different ways that motivate and inspire us. And I can only be authentic to myself and lead from a place of uh, servanthood to you, in a place of humility and honesty, and show you what has worked for me, what hasn't, and be honest and transparent, and be honest and be honest and be honest. And if I'm not honest with you, okay, then I'm not helping you reach your goals. I'm not helping you level up, and I'm just looking to be your friend. Now, the way that we will become friends is when you know you can trust me, and friendship is based on respect. Okay? Now, if I'm not being honest with you and I'm just getting on the phone with you and I'm doing a coaching call or a one on one and I'm just like, yeah, girl, you can do it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's totally fine. Or if I'm saying hard things to you, please know that I say these hard things. I don't want to have uncomfortable conversations, but I say them because it's only going to help you and because I respect you and I want you to do better. And it's only you and I. And what I say to you doesn't leave you and I. And the reason why I've leveled up and why I stay motivated and consistent is because those hard conversations are had with me too. And it may sting at first because you don't want to hear that you're not doing the right thing, or it's not a place of you're not doing this right. It's a place of I'm going to help you get better based on what your goals are. So if it stings, that's okay. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean that I'm mean or I'm brutally honest and curt. No, I'm not. I am not. And if you're friends with me outside of this, you know that I always try to make people feel comfortable. Um, I care way too much about what people think, and I'm very, I put myself last all the time. But this is a business, and for me to help you, I need to be honest with you. I need to be honest with myself all the time. And sometimes honesty is a hard pill to swallow. But once you get over that, you're going to get better. You're going to get better. So don't take my honesty as something else, because it's not. I wear my heart on my sleeve, you guys. I don't want to have hard conversations, but I realized in my season of life, in my season of leadership, that my goal as a star director, what I'm here to do is to serve my team and to help you guys rise up to where you want to go with this. I'm not pushing my goals and my agenda on you. I'm hearing you out. And I'm going to hold you accountable to what you say you want. Okay? And I'm going to make you better. And if that's by being honest, I'm not here to appease and rub you on the back, and it's not a pity party, and I'm not here to, join into any complaining or, feed into negativity. I'm not here for that. And I don't want you guys to be here for that either. So I'm going to start with that and say that because I know that I can't be everybody's cup of tea. But I can only lead the way that I lead, and that's me being authentic, no matter what it looks like. And as long as I'm coming from a loving place and I want to make each of you level up to your goals, then I'm not doing anything wrong. And I want you guys to become your own leaders and have your own leadership style. I want you to be authentic in who you are. Everybody has the capability and the potential to do that. Okay? So today I'm going to share with you the 3 legs of success. And this is specifically based on the 3 legs of success for this business, for Scentsy Consultants. Okay? Now, when you first join, I have an onboarding system, and I'm going to train you step by step. And some of you may know or be working with me right now and know that I'm not going to move on to DEF if you're not doing ABC, because there is a step by step. And if I jump over A, B, and C just to go to D, E, F, then I'm not doing you any favors. Okay? And our time is valuable. Your time is, and my time is. So if I was just like, oh, you're not doing that, that's okay. Well, okay, let's just do this. Guys, I'm not training you effectively, and I'm not going to waste my time, and I don't want you to waste your time. And I'm here to help you see results, because I'm sure when I was talking to you, I told you I'm going to get you those results, right? But you've got to do it. And these things that I'm about to tell you and go over with you, this is what works. This is what you should be following. This is what you need to be focusing on to see results in your business, period. Okay? You don't need to spiral and do all of these things. You don't need to be confused or overwhelmed. There's 3 things that you need to do, and your daily schedule is going to depend on where you are in these 3 legs of success. I'm going to upload the image. I want you to print it out along with your compensation plan. So this is a stool. This is a stool, and it's called the 3 legs of success, okay? And with a stool, you need 3 legs to stand up. The seat is self-care, okay? That is you taking care of yourself and your own business and your own personal life, okay? If self-care is giving the world the best version of you, is giving you the best version of you, okay? If you're running low, if you're on empty, if you're spiraling and spread thin and, you're focusing on your team but not yourself, you cannot give anybody the best version of you. You can't. You're being inauthentic. You're pulling from an empty cup. You have no solid foundation. You're not going to build trust or credibility with your team. Okay? If you look disheveled and crazy all the time and you're like, listen, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm usually unshowered. I may look unkept sometimes. But listen, I always, especially in my older years, I try to really pour into myself, because I can't be a good mother, a good wife, a good consultant, a good leader, a mentor to anybody if I'm not taking care of myself. And I'm not in my best mindset, okay? If I'm running low, I'm being negative, I'm complaining, nobody wants to be a part of that. If that's what I'm offering, and that does not look desirable to any of you, if I'm looking like a crazy lunatic, okay? Self-care is important, and it's the first part to even starting your success. You have to have the right mindset to be successful. And that means thinking you can and you will, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be relentless, and I'm going to be relentless in my effort. And in order to build a team and get sales and have customers, have hosts, have people joining, right? You need to be consistent. You need to be stable, right? These are the things that are important, okay? So self-care, that is setting your business hours and boundaries. I have some people messaging me at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, even 8 o'clock at night. I cannot respond because I have so many messages coming in, and I want to make this duplicatable for you so you guys see what I'm doing. If I was answering your messages at 10 o'clock at night, you would think that when you became a director or a star director that you have to answer phone calls and text messages at 10, 8, 9 at night, and you don't. You don't. Sometimes you guys may notice you'll message me about something and I may not even respond. You may see me look at it, and it's because I'm giving you 24 hours to find the answer. Because if it's something that I know is available for you to find, I'm not going to jump on that, because I want you to be independent. And when you're independent, you're successful. Okay? So I could answer every question. And trust me, when I first started in my leadership role, I answered every question. Not a second would go by. I'd be on top of that because I thought that's what I should be doing. But it's not. You want to create self-sufficient, independent consultants. Okay? So set boundaries and set business hours. Guys, I go to bed between 7 and 8 o'clock at night. I don't respond to pretty much anybody after that. I don't. I go so hard during the day, right? I work my business. I'm with my children, my family time. I am a huge believer in the appropriate amount of sleep. Sleep is so important. Don't think for a second that just because you can function daily on, not a lot of sleep doesn't mean that it's good for you or that's how you can sustain yourself, because you cannot. You may not even know, but when people develop depression, and I have anxiety, if I don't get the appropriate amount of sleep, I am no good. I might be able to get up and I'm motivated, I'm working, I'm not laying on the couch, I'm productive, but it doesn't mean I'm in the right mindset or taking care of myself, because I'm not. I'm probably snappy or snippy or no patience. That's not good. That's not good. Exercise, proper nutrition, those things are go hand in hand with sleep. These are the things that you need to do bare minimum to take care of yourself. And if you want a successful business, you have to do these things. You have to feed your mind and your body with appropriate things, which leads me into the next one. Feed your brain. Are you watching podcasts? Are you reading books? Are you, getting onto trainings? Are you doing these things? Because what are you teaching your team if you're not? Right? You guys, we can't get into coaching calls and you can't talk about what your team is doing or not doing if you're not doing these things. And when you're doing them, your team will see that and they'll do it too. Because you will be uh, effective. You will be creating results when you feed into your own training. Training isn't just for new consultants or building leaders. You have to build yourself and your foundation, and you have to build your well of knowledge to even share with your team. Okay? So, feeding your brain is so important, and don't think you can skip it. Spending quality time with your family and taking breaks from Scentsy. That's important. Okay? Now, listen, there's a big difference between, you saying, oh, I can't, my family comes first, and people get super quick defensive. I'll ask a simple question, and sometimes people get super quick defensive. Listen, I'm not telling you that your business is more important than your family, because it's not. It's not. But in order to make sure that you're taking time with your family, in order to make sure that you're taking a break and you have at least one day a week where you're not working your business, that means you got to be working the other days, right? I'm not saying that your family is an excuse to not work your business, because that is not it. That's not it. Okay? You've got to work your business to see results. And it's not going to happen by you saying, I can't. You're just being resistant. I can't. It's family time. I can't. Girl, I get it. I have a family. I have a family. That's why I make business hours, so that I'm not thinking about Scentsy the other hours that I'm not doing it. I do it. I work it the best way that I can, that works best for me, Catherine, and Declan during the day, or I stay up late at night, depending on what I have going on. I work around my family schedule, actually, and that's why I do what I do. And that's why I set business hours and don't respond to texts, emails, and phone calls, right? Because my family comes first. But don't get it twisted. I 1000% make my business a priority, and I make time for it. And then you can focus on your family. Don't use your family as an excuse. Okay? You have to do something that brings you joy when you're taking a time out. Do you like to get your nails done? Do you like to do face masks? Do you like to go have dinner with your friends? Unplug. Unplug from social media, right? It's draining. I am the kind of person, and I know I've shared this with you guys here and there, but I need alone time. I am not an extrovert. You may think I am. I'm not an introvert either. I'm an empath, and I know some of you may not even know what that is, and I didn't know what it was until probably the past 2 or 3 years and really understand it. And I just feel everybody's emotion. I'm such a good read of character. Like, I look at somebody and I know like how they feel, and everything that they'll tell me, I can feel it inside, and I like soak up their emotions. And when somebody is like not happy with me or not happy with somebody else, like I know. I can feel it all. I swear. No, I'm not a psychic, and this isn't like a fruity TED talk, But I know. I know. And me being around a lot of people, me talking a lot, me doing any of these things, pouring out of myself, it drains me so hardcore. It drains me. I literally get headaches. I become mute. Like, am I home? Sometimes I'm barely speaking. I need like to rest and recharge. When I go to big Scentsy events, I am down for the count. I'm exhausted mentally, not physically. I'm never really physically tired, but mentally I get very tired when I'm pouring into people, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I give and I give and I give and I give, and I just want the best for everybody. And sometimes I leave myself at the bottom of the list, and that's something I can't do anymore. So that's why I need alone time. And I need alone time more than once a week. Like, I prefer being alone than with people. But because I have children, I know that I can't hoard us away in the house all the time, right? I need them to socialize. I need to socialize too. Don't get me wrong. But I love being alone. I love it. I love it. I don't like it. Just let me do my thing. I'm fine, right? Um and then the last thing for self-care is practice gratitude and kindness and speak positive affirmations on yourself to others. Um, this business has grown me as a person. I've grown as a person through this business, which is so crazy. You think I joined 4 years ago and I was 34 when I joined. And you're like, okay, like I'm a grown woman. I have children. I'm married. Like, I pay my own bills and do my own thing. So I don't have to really grow anymore, right? Like, I know what I know. I'm like, here I am. I've I'm here as an adult, right? But we're always constantly evolving and changing. And you should want to do that. You should always be trying to just be the best version of yourself, right? And self-care is really being grateful for everything that you have, being grateful for everything that's put in your path instead of focusing on what's not going right or what isn't happening for you. Or I'll tell you, I mean, you guys know, complaining and negativity is a big pet peeve of mine. Passive aggressiveness is a major pet peeve of mine. I cannot even dive into negativity anymore. Like, I can't pay it any mind because it will literally consume me, and I get wrapped up in it and my emotions and my mental, like, I can't do it. I can't. And I would feed into that. I mean, if that was me a few years ago, sure. If somebody needed to complain to me, I'd be like, yeah, girl, I totally understand. Yeah, yeah. I would not have hard conversations and be like, listen, uh, acknowledge it and then let it go. Yes, I know this is how you feel. I totally understand, but this is how we move forward, right? Staying in a negative place, staying stagnant, not evolving as a person is going to help you stay stagnant as a business owner. You need to be grateful. We have so many things to be grateful for in our lives, in our business. Oh my gosh, in our business. Don't talk about, shipping, blah 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 blah. I know, you guys. I know, right? We don't need to talk about, like, think about, as far as shipping as an example. This is a learning curve for everybody, including Scentsy. They're figuring it out too. We've seen a massive growth surge in our business. We're so lucky. We're so lucky that everybody wants what we have, right? That you're not selling diet pills that nobody wants, right? And we come from a company that has our best interest in our mission, right? Is a good, loving, like, authenticity, authenticity, simplicity, and generosity is what we stand for, right? Think about that. So you can complain up to me, absolutely, but I'm not going to feed into it, right? Bless it and let it go. Bless it and let it go. That's it. That's it. That's all. Okay? Being around other people that are negative, that are talking bad about other people. I can't do it. I have limited my personal circle in life to a very small amount of people because I know. I know who has my best interest and who doesn't. I know. I can love them from where they are. I can wish the best for them. But if somebody isn't on my side, I know that. They don't have to say it, right? If somebody is talking bad about me, they're not my friend. Even if I don't know if they're talking about me, they're not my friend. But you know what? If somebody's off with me, I know it. I already know it. I already know it. So don't feed into any of those things. Don't feed into any of it. I promise you, you're going to become a better person. And all these little things that bother you, they're not going to bother you anymore. You've got to practice and you've got to be intentional with where you're putting your energy. I promise it will get better and you will be a better person that everybody will want to be around. And you've got to be that good person for your team. If now it all started with Jennifer Anderson and the team culture she created, and then Kristen Ingalls, adopted that team culture. And now here I am, and it trickles down from the top. And if I let everybody get on the team page and complain and not address like, hey, I totally get it. I've had to delete comments and then reach out to the person, and that's just not allowed. Yes, you can complain. Call your person, and that person should be somebody that says, okay, I'll listen to you, whatever it is. You have every right to feel however you feel, but I'm going to help you move forward. I'm not going to join in and complain with you. Okay? That's self-care. Now, the first leg of success is sales. There's 3 legs. Self-care is the seat. There's 3 legs. If you don't have one of these legs, your stool, your seat is not going to stand up. It's going to fall over. These 3 legs they all go hand in hand. I'm going to talk to you about each and every one of them, and they go in order. In order. You can't go on to the second leg of success if you haven't mastered the first. The first leg of success is sales. Your sales, you need to know how to consistently get your sales every single month. Where is it coming from? Okay? So if you have a team, somebody happened to join under you, okay, and you book a coaching call with me, okay, say you're a leader above, and I look, and I'm going to be revamping my coaching calls. I look and your sales are at 300, okay, and it's already like 2 weeks into the month. I'm going to reschedule our coaching call for the following month because your sales need to be the first thing that is happening. Don't think about where your sales are the month of. Right now, I'm working on August and September sales. Where are your sales coming from? That you need to know that consistently, where your sales are coming from. So, bag parties, home parties, online parties, events, customer follow-up, Scentsy Club. You guys, if you make it a goal, you could get active every single month with signing people up for Scentsy Club. That automatically happens. Special limited time onlys or whiff box subscriptions, those are ways to get sales every single month. But, customer follow-up, okay, so I know that every month I can get at least 500. Sometimes it's more. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's usually 8 to 1,000, but I'm going to say consistently, and I'm going to even, underrate it a little bit because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, right? So as a leader, you guys, 500 is bare minimum. So if you only have one other teammate and you're trying to get paid at title as a lead, you may have to up that 500. If that other teammate of yours is only getting 500 in, you're going to need more than that because your GWV is 75% of your PRV. It's not the whole thing. It's only 75% of it. So you're going to need more than 500. Don't just aim for 500 and then call it a month. No. That's bare minimum to even get that rank or to even get paid at that title. You need to know where your sales are coming from before you even move on to sponsoring. Because you can have a good month and get high sales and get sponsor somebody, but what about the next month? Are you going to get paid at title, or that was just a fluky month that you hit that promotion by accident? You fell on that promotion. Okay? So you need to know how you're going to run your business. This is a party planning business. Right now, I can only do online. I was a home party girl, swore by it. But I've had some of the best months of my Scentsy career the past 3 months, over 3,000 PRV from online parties. And yes, some of it's follow up. But I'm not going into a month without parties booked. So if you want to say, okay, well, like when you sit down today and you're like, okay, what do I got to do? Think about how many parties do you have booked this month? To bare minimum hit 500. So look at the rest of your month and think, I got to get some online parties booked. So then you need to go right to your Frankie list and start reaching out to people and booking parties. And you don't stop reaching out to people to book parties, offer an incentive with a sense of urgency by saying my promotion for the rest of July is, if you want to get a few people together for a 30-minute live, I'm going to give you free and half price Scentsy of your choice and a free mini warmer on top of it, your perpetual party reward or whatever you can offer. But you know, right, that, okay, here I am, it's July, I got to do work today. Okay, I'm not thinking about sponsoring. I'm not thinking about anything, right? I'm not thinking about, even if you have a team right now and you're not at least at 500 by now, you need to put everything aside, cancel all your coaching calls, and you need to say, okay, I need to book something for this month right now, and I need to be working on next month. So sit down and focus. And who are you reaching out to? The people that are on your Frankie list that you've created, that help you think of all the different people that you know, not your closest family and friends. You cannot rely on them over and over and over. And the more sales you get, the more people you're going to meet. The more parties you book, the more people you're going to meet. And that's how you expand your business, which was another, which was another option on the poll that I put. You guys say you don't know how to expand your business or your customer base by doing parties, by networking, by reaching out to all the people and not relying on just your close family and friends. You're only going to have sales like once every 3 or 4 months if that's what you're doing. Your family and friends are there to launch your business, for your launch party. And then you book parties with them. And then you book parties with their friends. And then you book parties with the friends of those friends, right? And you expand and expand and expand. Don't worry about it, okay? I have like 5 cousins on this team right now, right? Not a lot of my family order from me. Most of the people on this team, we have 300 mutual friends, are girls that I grew up with. Jess Rubino, my director, who's amazing, we grew up together. Kristen Ingalls, we grew up together. Janelle is my first cousin, right? Like, I'm not sitting here and being like, so-and-so orders from them and not me. Girl, that's okay. Because you know what? I'm booking a party through Sally. And through Sally, I'm going to meet Jane. And through Jane, I'm going to meet Debbie. Through Debbie, I'm going to meet Susie. Like, it doesn't matter. But you need to know before you do anything, how are you generating sales? Your sales have to be A1 before you do anything. Sales, where are they coming from? How are you going to get it? You ask. And I'm not talking about asking 10 people. I'm not talking about asking 20 people. Like, you ask until you get your results. You ask until you get your results. Okay? And you ask everybody. That's it. That's it. How did I start off? I mean, now I have so many repeat customers that a lot of people come to me to book parties now because they know. Like, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, there's no strings attached. This isn't a scam. Like, you're going to actually get a lot from me by booking a party. But when you first get started, you got to put in the work. These are the growing pains, sweetheart. Like, you have to do that. and it will pay off. But you can't be like, oh, I don't want to do that. This is step one. Leg one, step one. Don't do anything until your sales are in order and you know where they're coming from. If your sales aren't good this month, don't work on recruiting, don't work on training, don't work with your team. You cannot tell your team to do something that you're not doing. You can't give them advice just on something that you watched. You have to be doing it yourself. Show your team what you're doing. Okay? Build that trust. Because if you're not doing it, they're not trusting you. And if they're not trusting you, they're not respecting you. Okay? Know where your sales are coming from. Sit down with yourself and think about how you're going to run your business. Not by the seat of your pants every month. Not like, oh, I'm going to figure it out on the first of the month, or I'm going to start thinking about it in the middle of the month. Guys, if you're a leader, you should be, it's the 21st. You should be over 500 by now. You should be probably over 1,000. Okay? The next leg of success. After your sales are good, sponsoring. Sales and sponsoring are something that never go away. You're going to have to do it every month. Every month. Think about if your sales are good, you have high sales, or you're at least getting 500 in, right? And you want to build a team, you want to earn trips, you want to make money, you've got to sponsor, you guys. You've got to sponsor people and build and help other people build the same thing that you have and show them all the things that they can have from a $99 kit. Like, that is blow your mind. So think about the last time you sponsored. Not 3 people a year. Right now, I just pulled reports. There's only 3 people in a group of almost 200 now that have sponsored this month. Myself, one of them. 3 people. Myself, one of them. Out of almost 200 people. That means you're either not intentionally trying to build, or your sales aren't right and you're working on that, or you're just not walking the walk and talking the talk. Okay? They go hand in hand. But before you sponsor, get your sales right. And then sponsoring, it's not a hard thing. If you can sell a product, if you have, like, your sales come first, but if you can sell products, right, you can sell a $99 kit. Because people are going to get, there's more value in joining than there is buying. Most people are going to spend over $99 with you. Yes, they are. So they could get their own product for free and half off. And there's a lot of perks of being a consultant. They can make money off of their own orders. And some ways to do that is sharing the opportunity consistently. Guys, you have to be authentic with yourself, okay? Sharing the opportunity, like, what has Scentsy done for you thus far? Sharing that with people in person, your family, your friends. Don't think, oh, this person wouldn't want it because they're a nurse and they don't have time. Or, you know, because they have a great job and what would they want Scentsy for? Like, stop where you are and pump the brakes, because that means you don't believe in this opportunity. Because Scentsy is for literally everybody. There's doctors, lawyers, a lot of nurses, a lot of teachers. Most people that do Scentsy have full-time jobs. Most people, if not more than one job. Okay? So if you're not sharing the opportunity consistently, then people aren't seeing it consistently. You can't share something on social media one time and then be like, oh, nobody wants it. If you show up and share in person, share with customers, if you do that consistently, even when nobody likes it, and I'm not talking about join my team, $99, showing a picture of the starter kit and here's my link to join. I want you guys to try not to post any links, even in the comments, for 1 week. Share it consistently. Talk about what Scentsy has done for you and your family. You don't have to have had earned all these free trips and make thousands of dollars a month. You don't have to be Colleen. You don't have to be Jess. You don't have to be Janelle. You don't have to be Jen or Kristen. Be you. Even if it's a new sense of excitement that Scentsy has brought to you. Even if it's like this super awesome group of women that you get to call friends in this group. Whatever it is. Think of 3 things that Scentsy has done for you thus far and try to portray that on social media. Because people are watching you. You have a warm market and they're watching you. They don't have to like it. They don't have to share it or comment. That doesn't mean they're not watching. That means like you got to show up consistently for them to be like, okay, like if you don't believe in the opportunity, they're going to feed off of your excitement. And if you're not being consistent, they're either 1, not even going to see it, or 2, it's going to come off clear as day that you don't believe in the opportunity that you're offering and that you're looking to just earn an incentive or get more money or get the next promotion. Promotion, money, incentives, those are all results of helping somebody else join for whatever their want or need is. I'm telling you now, Scentsy is for everybody. It doesn't matter. There's many, many, many reasons. Don't think of just yourself and why you joined. 95% of people join for fun. 95. They don't have to change their life. If, you should be offering it to your customers are the first people to be offering it to because they already like it and they already buy it. Don't be afraid to miss out on the PRV that they're spending with you to make them a new teamie because you're helping them, number 1. And number 2, going back to sales, you're going to be meeting new people and networking with new people because you're partying and you're getting more and more sales and meeting more and more people. You can't rely on one person or one group of really good customers. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You're in the wrong mindset if you are. Let go of it. I promise you, you're going to be okay. As long as your sales are in order, right? Which is what I'm talking to you about now. Get your sales in order. Sharing your lifestyle and experiences. Like I can go and without saying because of Scentsy, like I can say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, relaxing by the pool with my favorite people and a picture of like me, Catherine and Declan, or a picture of me with my feet up on my lounge chair, taking, a picture of the pool with the kids jumping in it. I don't have to say, because of Scentsy, because people know now 4 years into it that I am a work from home mom and I make a full-time plus income by doing what I do. And that is appealing to people because they're seeing this. Or I share when I travel. That is, once you start getting into that, those are huge selling points because there's a lot of people that want to travel, right? But share your experiences. I'm posting about all of this Scentsy family reunion and how we have such amazing training, right? Share your lifestyle and experiences. And you know what? It goes back to being relatable. You're not just the Scentsy consultant. You don't need to say join my team or blah, blah, blah because of Scentsy. You just show who you are. Like I talk about pit bulls. I talk about weight loss. I'm not talking about Scentsy. I'm literally just trying to build connections with people so they can know that I'm not just trying to get in their pocket, but I'm just like them. People may look at me or may look at somebody else or one of you and think, I can never do what she does. If you're always just like posting products, posting links, this, right? Your stories are for products and your feed, your posts are about lifestyle and brand, who you are. Twin mom, weight loss, recipes. Like there's different things that I talk about. But I'm consistent. You gotta show up every day. But it's not a lot of work. And stop thinking you don't have time because you do. You have to say it's not a priority. Okay? You have to make a dream team list. and make intentional relationship building. Think about the people you know off the top of your mind. So you look at that Frankie list that you've created when you first joined, and that list is always evolving and growing and changing. And you write more and more people's names down as you network with more people, as you meet new people. You're going to find like, oh my gosh, this girl is super like awesome on social media. I'm going to write her name down on my dream team list. That is people that you would want to share this opportunity with right away. Like people that you know have a want or a need to join Scentsy. You're going to meet people all the time. Maybe you know they need money, right? You see people picking up waitressing jobs, even a nurse. Why would a nurse want to join? As an outlet from a high stress job. Or instead of picking up extra 8-hour shifts in nursing to make up money, maybe she's getting married, maybe she's having a baby. You can offer her the opportunity to work from home or her phone instead. There's so many reasons. Write all those people's names down and reach out to them. You can't reach out to them in your mind because that's not effective and it's not income producing. Okay? You've got to intentionally build relationships with people. Look at people and start to build a rapport and a connection. Not a best friendship. You can't do that. You're going to get stuck in the friend zone. You're wasting far too much energy. I can guarantee you are not sponsoring and building enough to sustain your title or a promotion or earn an incentive. If you are focusing too much on relationship building and getting into a friend zone where you're making everybody a best friend, you're meeting up with people, every person, you're focusing on one person for, months on end just to offer the opportunity to them. Guys, offering the opportunity and sponsoring is something that you need to do in quantity. You have to plant seeds all the time. It's not your job to convince anybody. Hear me clearly. It is not your job to convince anybody. This is not all those other direct sales companies. You are not manipulating anybody. You are there to offer the opportunity because you know this opportunity will change anybody's life, even if it's just to have a good friggin' time. Don't convince anybody. So that means you're not chasing anybody down or trying to convince them to be your friend so then they trust you when you offer the opportunity. Because people will see through that too. Like, who has time? I barely get to see my best friend of 30 years. Make connections. You don't have to. Friendships come in time. You can't be friends with everybody. You just can't. There's not enough time in the day. Connections. Okay? And you've got to plant those seeds. Honestly, you should be having about, I'm going to say bare minimum, starting out, 10 to 20 join conversations a month. New ones. And then you're still writing those people down. When did you talk to them? What did they say? And following back up with them a week later. On average, people need to be asked about 9 to 12 times. Oh no, it's 7 to 12 times before they actually join. There's so many. If somebody says, no, I don't have time, and you're like, okay, well, when you do, let me know. They're never going to reach out to you. Never. Because they don't know that they can work their business. I built my business working 30 minutes a day for 3 years. Oh, I have kids. Girl, I joined when my twins were 2. And I was working nights, and my husband was working in the union and doing his side work. We passed by each other. Sometimes I didn't see him because somebody would come to watch my kids when I went to work. And I would see my husband when I walked in the door. He was sleeping. And I had 2-year-old twins. You know what 2-year-olds look like? No, you don't know what they look like because they're never in one place long enough to see what they look like. They're all over the place. So they say what you harvest now is what you planted 90 days ago. 30, 60, 90 days ago. You're not going to be able to reach out to somebody today, offer the opportunity. Once in a great while, people may join. Once in a great while. But that is not the norm, and that is not always going to happen. Okay? So you need to be consistent. You need to talk about this opportunity all the time. And you need to talk about it through experiences and lifestyle and your brand and you and what Scentsy has done for you. Not join my team. Click this link. You don't need to do that. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Okay? The last leg of success is coaching. Okay? And this is super important. So now your sales are in order and you've moved on to sponsoring. Okay? Don't be sponsoring or sharing the opportunity if your sales are not in check this month, or if you don't have your month front loaded for next month. You need to do that before you even start sponsoring this month. Okay? Because, just because. Okay? So sales first, sponsoring second, and those never go away. You're always going to have to do that. So you need a sales system, which is whatever kind of way you're going to run your business. How do you ask people? Do you reach out through Messenger? What kind of incentives do you offer? Do you do something like once a month at the beginning of the month? And talk about incentives on your customer VIP page for anybody that books a party. Do you offer an incentive with every single handwritten thank you note that comes out of your hands and into the mailbox for every person that orders? What is your system for sales? Then what is your system for sponsoring? Then coaching. You have people, now you need to coach them to be successful. You're not their boss, okay? You're not their boss, but you are there to help them and guide them based on what you do in your business. You have to have a coaching system, an onboarding system. My coaching starts before somebody even joins. I let them know this is what you're going to need to do. You're going to have a launch party. I'd ideally like you to have your launch party within the first 2 weeks of joining. It doesn't matter if somebody just wants to join for fun. I'm always going to start with a launch party because I want them to get their money back no matter what. Then we're going to talk about how you want to run your business moving forward. Okay? You need to have an onboarding system to talk about shooting stars, sensational start, levels 1, 2, and 3, to talk to them about getting certified, get their launch party, announce that they joined, create that Frankie list, go over the first things first checklist. I mean, those things, you should have the same thing that you do every single time. It shouldn't be stressful. When you pick up a system for onboarding and coaching, it's what you do every single time. It's only what drives results. Okay? You shouldn't be doing it different every time. The same thing every single time, at the same point of having the join conversation, when they're going to join, this is what we're going to do. The most important thing for new consultants is results. No matter what they joined for, is results. You get them that kit money back, they have a launch party. Again, I don't move on from A, B, and C. I don't move on from that onto DEF if they haven't completed A, B, and C. I don't. Because I know that it is not going to do any good for them. I cannot waste, as our team and group grow, I've had to only start coaching my frontline and my team now because there's so many people that I was barely touching my frontline, and I was coaching so many people on other teams and people's downline that I was missing out on my own team. So there's not enough time to give people false information and train incorrectly and waste time. There's no time to waste for you and for me. Okay? I will help everybody, but you got to help yourself first. Okay? So, there's a system and there's a step-by-step training. You have to figure out. I have gone over it multiple times. There's a video. You can research, do whatever you got to do. Okay? Creating videos. If you are a star or above, you should have a team page and to start creating your own leadership style. you should be, creating some kind of broken down system or training or pointing. Training doesn't even mean you have to create the videos, okay? It doesn't even mean that. Like, you can point somebody to a really good, because we're in the season of online parties. If you know somebody that has an awesome online party video, share that with them. Okay? Share that with them. Challenging your team or downline to hit and exceed their goals. You want to create goals. Small goals will create big results, okay? Small, measurable, attainable goals will create results. And that's also having a system in place. You can't be all over the place. And that's not duplicatable, because whatever you do with your new consultant is what they're going to do with their team. And if you're all over the place, they're going to be all over the place. And you are creating a family tree and a group, a team, a downline of everybody just kind of winging it. Truly. Whatever you do, like, if you're not pouring into your team, they're not going to pour into their team. You may have a huge, like, rock star in your team, but for the majority, like, if you're not doing X, Y, and Z, they're not doing X, Y, and Z. It truly starts from the top and trickles down. Whatever you want out of your organization, whatever you need to help your teammates with, you've got to do it. And you've got to have a system. You can do anything in this business if you have a system. It doesn't have to be mine. Sure, you can try mine. You can try anybody's. There's so much information out there. You have to look for it. But your sponsor should be training you to get you started and then pointing you in the right directions for all the resources and tools that you need. Okay? But you want people to hit goals. So you've got to help them create goals based on their reason for joining. You should know that before they join. Why are they joining? You're not going to have them change their life. They're not going to want to do 3 coaching calls a week. I mean, nobody should be doing 3 coaching calls a week. I'm going to be doing coaching calls once every 3 months moving forward. And then to book another coaching call, you're going to have to hit the goals that you made 3 months ago to book the next one. Because I want you to create results. And I want this to be effective for you. Not just us shooting the breeze and having the same conversation for 2 years. That's not going to work. Okay? So if something isn't working, you've got to change it. And if your onboarding system isn't working, then you've got to try something new. And you've got to figure it out and put some intentional effort into what you're doing. Okay? Connecting with your team or incentives. You can do challenges. Whoever sponsors the most will get X, Y, and Z. It could be product you have on hand. It could be anything, okay? There's so many different things that you can do. But just connecting one-on-one, recognizing your team. You pull reports. That's a whole new different topic. But you should be pulling reports if you're a leader above, and you should know month to month what your team is doing. Even if it's that one person. Are you tracking them? Proof is in the pudding. Your team can tell you that they're doing this, they're doing that, they want this, they want that, but numbers don't lie. Okay? So whatever they're doing is going to show in their numbers. And that's what you need to go off of. You may have people that are very active on the team page, and that's great. And that's something to recognize, but are the numbers showing and matching? You've got to look at that. Okay? But connecting, recognizing, when you pull your report and you see that they just had a kick butt month or they double promoted, like, send them a little something. Text them. Let them know that you see them. Give them a personal shout out on your personal page, or go post something on their personal page so everybody can see it on the team page. You've got to build new confidence in coaching, through coaching. You've got to build confidence in these new consultants. It is so important. But what drives new consultants to want more and to promote and to reach higher and push harder is results. So if you are not in your personal business, right, succeeding with sales and sponsoring in that order, sales first, then sponsoring, then you cannot effectively coach anybody when they join. Your sales need to come first, and you need to get that under control, and then sponsoring. And then together you do them consistently over and over and over and over, because the first of every month, we all become certified. Unless you're not certified yet, essential. But for most of us, we all go back to certified the first of every month. So this has to be done. This is your business. So again, what goes hand in hand with what is the main factor that every single one of you have and can give is consistency. That's going to create your results. Consistency. You're not going to build a business without consistency. You can't sponsor once every 3 months. Your team is going to deplete quicker than it's going to grow. Okay? Promise. Okay? And this is coaching just for like newer consultants. And then, I could do a training for coaching leadership. Like when you're getting into leadership, about creating and growing and developing leaders. This is just coaching new consultants. But when you're coaching leaders and developing leaders and helping them develop leaders, it's a whole new ballgame. So that was long, but I want everybody to watch this, because there should be no confusion or overwhelming struggle to figure out what to do next. It's very simple. You need systems no matter what. It doesn't matter. As long as it's something that you do over and over and over, it's your system. It's your system. And as long as it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, stop doing it and try something new. If you don't quit, you don't fail. But when you quit and give up because something didn't go your way or you're not seeing the results, you've got to stay consistent, and you got to do it over and over and over again. And I promise it's going to happen. I go over the same things all the time. You know why? Because this is what works. I'm not going to magically give you something new, because I've been repeating myself about this over and over again. This is all I can tell you, because this is what works. I'm going to upload this document. I want you to go over it. I want you guys to print out your compensation plan, okay? And have them both right next to you. Wherever you go, if you have a binder, a planner, whatever it is, you need to get organized, you need to stay consistent, you need to follow the 3 legs of success, and you need to know the compensation plan, because you need to know where you are, where you're going, and how to promote, and how to get paid, because you're not a volunteer. Okay? So, that's that. Happy Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Beat the heat. And tag your teamies in this so they can see this, because this is for everybody. This is for everybody. And I want everybody to feel clarity, that they have a good solid direction. And this is what's going to build your foundation. You shouldn't be doing anything. You can, once you've done all of these 3 things, or 4 if you consider self-care, you shouldn't be doing anything else besides this. And what falls under each category of sales, sponsoring, and coaching. That's it. You don't have to make it confusing and crazy. Simple systems. All right. Have a great day.